All right, welcome back, everyone. It's time for the voting. I just closed it. You can get your guesses in really fast on how many voters we have today. We got quite a fair bit. We have not reached the limit, which is quite a nice part of it all, I'd say. Which means everyone was allowed to vote, which is just wonderful. We do have. Wait, let me just see. Give me a second. In the meantime, while I just check all of this, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been wonderful yet again. I've enjoyed it tons to watch yet another Eurovision year with all of you. It's been fun. And regardless of the quality of the year, I gotta say, I didn't really click with this year all too much. There were good stuff in it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we've been on such a high now for a while, and I kind of knew going into this that I remember not really being that much into 1972. Yeah, I'm not super ecstatic about it. However, we do have the results. I got some people now getting in their votes now. We gotta close the I closed it, and still people are able to get in. I'm sorry, but you missed the deadline. That's just the way it is. Sorry to the two of you, but you missed the deadline. I said 11 p.m. Then 11 p.m. is the thing. We've got a lot of predictions. I don't think anyone's gotten it. We have 185 voters. No one got it. However, I'm of course the 186th, but I don't think anyone guessed for that either. So yeah, we had a few 187. Oh, Carla actually guessed 186. So yeah, you half win. When did you close the voting? I always I closed it 11 p.m. 11 p.m. And now it's 11:05, and people are still submitting votes. So no. Yeah, they haven't submitted the assignment on time. Exactly. Okay. Anyway, I got everything prepared, and yeah, I should probably just let's just make sure that everything is ready for you. There we are. Wonderful. Let's just move it up a little bit, so something like that. All right. Alexander guessed 187. Yep, but not spot on. 186 we will be. Including myself. Here you have all of the songs in front of you, basically. I do also want a quick little prediction. What's the top 3 today? Let me know. What countries will be in the top 3 today? Will we have a new winner? Will we have a recurring winner? Of course, Luxembourg should be among the favorites, right? Like among the front runners, and Luxembourg, like even the artist, has already won once in these voting sessions. So let me know. Is she gonna be the 2-time winner? Who knows? Regardless of anything, we're gonna get right to it. 186 voters will take some time, so we'll be here for a while. But I hope that you're excited with me here. We got some predictions: Luxembourg, UK, Portugal. Oh yeah, a lot of UK, Luxembourg, Portugal. The first points go 10 points to Austria, and the first 12 of the day goes to Monaco. That is unexpected. But what do I know? Maybe Monaco will be the runaway winner this year. Who knows? Did not expect that to start us off, but here we are. ESC Fan France is the next voter. We got an 8 for the UK, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 here goes to Germany, who moves into the mix as well. And Taya, the third voter, making a habit of being incredibly early on in the voting every single time. These are the first points. We still have 4 countries on 0. 10 points to Switzerland there to go up into 4th, and the 12 goes to Yugoslavia, who are up into 3rd already here. Dominic, last place is Monaco and Belgium. I predict neither to make it 100 points, and then Monaco gets the first 12. What do we know, huh? Ivanik, 8 points to Finland, 10 points to Malta, getting their first ones there to move all the way to the top of the right side, and Portugal with the 12 to go up into 3rd. Alright, Beba, steal or borrow. It took 5 voters until the Beba reference. Here we are. Very cheeky. We'll see if UK gets some points here. 8 points to Finland, who currently are in the lead actually. 10 points to Switzerland. And the 12 goes to France. Everyone's gotten points now. France making some big moves with that. And yeah, so far it's looking wide open. But we'll see how long that will be maintained for. Nur die Beba lässt uns leben. More wonderful Beba references. 8 points to Portugal, 10 points to Finland, and the 12 goes to Ireland to move all the way up into 7th there. Stonks Callahan, the 7th voter. These are the smaller points. Just realized like we got both... yeah, Italy got 8 points there. Like Italy and Spain both incredibly low at the moment, which I didn't expect, but we'll see how that's going to be maintained. Finland with another 12. Finland's taking an early lead here. Not a lot of people had Finland in their top 3 predictions, did they? But Finland is currently in the lead. Only 1 point there from Jafildo. 8 points to the UK to make some moves there. 10 points to Germany to go up into the top half. And the 12 to Luxembourg to take over the lead there for the first time, I believe. First time Luxembourg's in the lead. Finland in 2nd, Portugal in 3rd. Styro from Moldova is the 9th voter. The smaller points are here. 8 points to Netherlands to go up into 4th. 10 points to Austria to take that 4th. And the 12 goes to Luxembourg to take over the lead now. Luxembourg also building a little bit of a gap at the lead. Yanis is the 10th voter. These are the smaller points. Portugal moves ahead of Finland there. Ireland up to the top half. 8 points to Netherlands. 10 points to Finland to go back up into 2nd. And the 12 to Luxembourg. Luxembourg's building a lead here early on. But we still have 176 voters to go. So, yeah, we'll see. Empo from the Netherlands is the next voter. Hey Groot, haven't managed to make it in time to vote, unfortunately. It's fine, Andy. If you want to, get some odds in. Empo gives 12 points to Austria to go up into 4th. Joey, next voter. Smaller points on screen right now. 8 points to Luxembourg. 10 points to Austria to go up into 3rd. And the 12 goes to the UK, who are now up into 5th. Luxembourg, Portugal, Austria, Finland, the UK are current top 5. Pyramid-shaped pizza. Love to see what that looks like. Smaller points on the screen there. 8 points to Austria to go up into 2nd. 10 points to Luxembourg, who are pulling away slightly at the top. And the 12 to Portugal to try and cling on to the lead there. Thought we'd still have some 0-pointers at this stage. Not today. Not today. Priscilla Williams gives 8 points to the UK to go up into 5th. 10 points to Netherlands to go up into 4th. And the 12 to Luxembourg at the top, extending the gap. Didn't expect Spain lost. Yeah, me neither. I expected Spain to definitely be top half. It's not looking likely at the moment. Togravis Saterum is the 15th voter. 8 points to Austria there. 10 points to Portugal. And the 12 goes to Switzerland to move ahead of Yugoslavia and Germany there. UK always gets so underrated in these votings. It's currently 5th and we're only 16 voters in. So I think you can claim that later on if that will remain to be the case. But we're still very early doors here. Jere gives 10 points to Luxembourg and the 12 to Portugal. So they do start to pull away a little bit. UK and Luxembourg and Portugal. Mattel is our 17th voter. These are the smaller points. UK now up into 5th there. 8 points to Spain. That's half of their points so far. 10 points to Portugal. And the 12 goes to Italy, who, well, they're not moving anywhere, but they get 12 big points. Duet number 7, Vicky Leandros and Leos 98. Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it? That would be something. Vicky Leandros, she's still alive, right? Or have I missed something? 10 points to the Netherlands here anyway, and 12 points to Luxembourg. You can't give up on your duet partner. Annie N, 19th voter. Lower points on the screen there. 8 points to Germany to move upwards there. 10 points to Finland to go up into 4th. And the 12 goes to the United Kingdom to close up to the Netherlands there. Remix original from the UK. Voter number 20. No movement from the smaller points. We're already at that stage, huh? 8 points to Austria. 10 points to the UK, who are up into 4th, and the 12 to the Netherlands to take that 4th. Yes, Vicky is still alive. Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. 74 years old. Oh, she's not. So she's not that old. I mean, some of the people, like obviously some of the artists from back in this period, they are unfortunately no longer with us. Good to see that Vicky is though. 10 points to Luxembourg here from Pixel Savayama, and the 12 to Portugal to go back up in 2nd. Austria taking that 2nd place for a brief moment there. How many did have Austria in their top 3 predictions? Not a lot, I think. Addy Star from Norway gives 8 points to Portugal, 10 points to Finland, and the 12 goes to Yugoslavia to go ahead of Switzerland there into 8th, I think that would be. Vicky Vision, the smaller points at the moment. Norway and Spain swapping places there. 8 points to the UK, 10 points to France, making big strides with that 10, and the 12 to Netherlands to go up into 4th. Nothing for Luxembourg there, which puts the other songs closer. Dr. Ross from the UK with the smaller points there. Norway and Malta moving ahead of France. 8 points to the Netherlands, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to the UK, who are now up into 5th. Jeffrey, voter number 25. Smaller points here, no movement from those. 8 points to Switzerland, 10 points to the UK, and the 12 goes to Portugal. So the entire top 9 getting points there, along with Sweden. Cecilia from Sweden. These the smaller points. UK and Netherlands swapping places there. 8 points to Yugoslavia, 10 points to Italy, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Italy is very much on their own in 10th at the moment. They have a big gap down to Ireland. I guess closing in a little bit on Switzerland, but we'll see. Few songs getting into the hundreds here with Steven 72's points. 8 points to Luxembourg, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to the UK, who are now up into 4th. Only 5 points behind Austria as well. Portugasque, next voter. Pretty close between Luxembourg and Portugal at the top now again. 8 points to Germany there, 10 points to the UK, and the 12 going to Ireland to move ahead of Sweden. Sasha is our next voter from Germany. Finland moves out of Netherlands there. Netherlands takes it back though with an 8. 10 points to the UK, and the 12 goes to Portugal. Nothing for Luxembourg there, which means we have a tie currently for the lead. Luxembourg and Portugal both on 198. I have no idea. Gives a few more to Luxembourg though, so Luxembourg stays ahead for now. 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Yugoslavia, and the 12 goes to Italy. Italy now very close to Switzerland to get to the top half with that 12. That's a Toipa cat and a half. Oh, that's a name and a half, isn't it? Smaller points on the screen now. Finland moves out of Netherlands. 8 points to Austria. 10 points to Portugal to take over the lead for now. And the 12 to Luxembourg to take it back. Portugal and Luxembourg definitely going at it. UK is steadily a few points behind. Austria kind of there or thereabouts as well. HRL gives 8 points to Luxembourg, 10 points to Germany, and the 12 goes to Portugal. 1 point in it now. Oh, this could definitely... I would not mind it being maintained like this for the rest of the 150 or so voters. Vyacheslav with these as the smaller points. 8 points to Portugal to take over the lead there. 10 points to Austria. And the 12 goes to the UK. Nothing for Luxembourg there. UK closing in a little bit. Tobia X o Flonduras. Wonderful. Smaller points there. No movement. 8 points to Yugoslavia. There's a very clear divide from the top 8 and the rest, honestly. The 12 goes to Luxembourg to take back that first spot. Oh my. Luxembourg and Portugal going at it. Mutsika I Bruno, that's very good. Netherlands moves out of Finland there. 8 points to Norway. 10 points to Ireland. Only 1 point behind Italy now. And the 12 goes to Finland to go all the way up into 4th with that 12. So a cat and a half is a cat pregnant with exactly 1 kitten. Pass. Anton, second best Austrian entry behind Sonntag. Okay, let's see the 12 then. There it is. Up into 4th it goes. Behind Sonntag. Oh my. Apres Turt. Or Turt. Oh, that's... You're all cheeky. You're doing well with the puns, gotta say. Portugal back up in the lead here. 10 points to the UK. And the 12 goes to Luxembourg. 4 points between them. Groot's grandma. Nice to have you around, Granny. Smaller points there. Switzerland, Italy, both moving into the hundreds. Didn't even realize, but Ireland were briefly on the left side there. 8 points to Finland, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to Portugal. 2 points in it now. 2 points. Sonntag is an anthem. Yeah. No name from Estonia, the next voter. Ireland now back up on the top half. 10 points to Yugoslavia here, and the 12 to Portugal to go back up in the lead. 3 points ahead of Luxembourg. Like, they're just continuously swapping places for every voter. It's fascinating. Coriander is the next voter. Luxembourg with a 7 there. UK with 8. 10 to Portugal. And the 12 goes to Austria. So either Carlos or Vicky could theoretically hear about their victory tonight, if anyone can pass the memo. Oh yeah, you definitely should. If either of those wins, we gotta let them know. Rina Grau from Russia gives 8 points to Luxembourg, 10 points to Germany, and the 12 goes to Portugal. They're still going at it, back and forth, back and forth. Neely, voter number 42. These are the smaller points. 8 points to Switzerland to go ahead of Italy there. 10 points to the UK. And the 12 goes to Luxembourg. 2 points separating them now. It's changing all the time, isn't it? The pendulum swings. JM Spaceland is the next voter. Switzerland back up into the top half there. Netherlands goes ahead of Germany. 8 points to Spain. 10 points to Yugoslavia. And the 12 goes to Portugal, who put a bit of a cushion at the top now. 13 points ahead of Luxembourg. Starfilter 1. Next voter. Germany moves back ahead of Yugoslavia there. Ireland back on the top half. Yugoslavia moves ahead of both Netherlands and Germany. 10 points to Luxembourg. And the 12 goes to the UK. We had a few... Didn't we have a few UK, Luxembourg, Portugal predictions for the top 3? I'm not sure if we had any in this order though, but maybe some of you know. Anne gives 8 points to Finland, 10 points to Yugoslavia to go all the way up into 6th with that, and the 12 to Portugal, going back in the lead there. Portugal was robbed since Ovento Mudo. Oh yeah, and it was Vicky Leandros, of course, who beat Portugal in '67. So Portugal and Vicky Leandros have quite the connection here. Piff Puff Puff gives 12 points to Luxembourg, closing up towards Portugal again. MB Vzeroje Sveta for ESC 250. No argument with that. 8 points to Spain there. 10 points to the UK. And the 12 goes to Portugal at the top. 20 points ahead now. 20 points ahead. Dominic from Croatia is the next voter. Smaller points shown there. Italy now back on the top half. Germany moves out of the Netherlands. 8 points to Luxembourg. 10 points to Finland. And the 12 goes to Portugal. Portugal is starting to build a gap. 24 points now. Ricardo, 12 points till. We'll see where those 12 goes. Netherlands moves out of Germany there. Germany gets 8 to move ahead back again. Yugoslavia, all of them just shuffling around there for 6th. Luxembourg with the 12, closing up a little bit. Famous last words. Oh my. Ireland now back on the top half. They're just switching around all the time. 8 points to Luxembourg, 10 points to the UK, and the 12 goes to Portugal. Portugal 20 points ahead now. Spike from Brawl Stars is our 51st voter. Switzerland moves out of Italy there. 8 points to Italy, who now are on the top half. 10 points to Austria. We're comfortably in 4th still. And the 12 goes to Portugal. Portugal extending the gap at the top. Vitali, the next voter. These are the smaller points. Germany moves out of Yugoslavia there. Ireland back on the top half. 8 points to the Netherlands. 10 points to Portugal. And the 12 goes to Luxembourg. 30 points between them now. United Kingdom has dropped back. We'll see if they will change that moving forward. Special K does not beg nor steal, but might borrow. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like it. 10 points to the UK, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Nothing for Portugal there, which closes the gap quite comprehensively. Stan from Belgium is the next voter. Speaking of Belgium, they're still on a sole digit at the very bottom on 8 points. We'll see if they'll get to double digits soon. 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to Germany to go ahead of Yugoslavia there. Morning Brood, I watched 1972 on my own last night before I went to bed so I could vote accordingly. Managed to get my votes in though. 72 is one of my favorite 70s contests. Oh my. And I was saying earlier on that I didn't like it. Each to their own. 10 points to Portugal here from Paulo, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Only 12 points separating them now. So it's back on. No idea how to pronounce the first part there, but just Achilles. We'll just keep it at that. 8 points to Austria, 10 points to Luxembourg, only 2 points behind now. And the UK gets the 12, so it's 2 points in it for the lead. Wonderful. James from America. Our second American today, I think, and I forgot to say America like that the first time around. Shame on me. 8 points to Italy here, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12... Portugal and Luxembourg tied again, 57 voters in. Edward COYB, a song for Europe. In case you didn't know what COYB means, it means Come On You Blues. We have Edward, the devout Everton supporter, in here. Gives 12 points to Portugal. Portugal back ahead of Luxembourg there. Alright, Aya Nation from America. These are the smaller points. Finland now ahead of Germany. Germany's making some strides, haven't they? Gotten into the mix for the top 5. Is in the top 5 now. And the 12 to Portugal. 14 points ahead now. Alright, Ronnie's Umbrella, UK 77. We're almost at 77. I can't believe it. Like we're just flying through the years. 10 points to the UK, and the 12 from Ronnie's Umbrella goes to Luxembourg. 10 points now. If Portugal will get second with a gap of 4 points or so, I'm gonna flip. Imagine if they get second by 4 points again, because that's what happened in 67. It was only 4 points as well. Vicky Leandros will officially be known as the national enemy of Portugal. Tibor gives 12 points to Portugal though to kind of settle down those that kind of possible outcome, because now Portugal is in a big lead. Bluen puts Belgium into the double digits there. Luxembourg closing in on Portugal at the top. 10 points to Germany. Germany's comfortably in that top 5 now. And Austria gets the 12. Still very much in 4th. Honestly, don't get the adoration for Portugal. The song was weak and the vocals were unpleasant. Feels like there is a block voting to avoid a second win for Vicky. Yeah, I don't know about like avoiding a second win. No, I don't know about that part. Italy with a 12 here from Mary Rusendahl. Bast Bats is our 64th voter. Smaller points on the screen there. 8 points go to Germany. 10 points to Austria. And the 12 goes to the UK. If we could get UK into that mix for the top 2, that would be something. Well, that's just like your opinion, man. I like that quote. 10 points to Portugal there from Dorit, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. 20 points at the top, separating them. I don't doubt that some people probably do tactically vote a little bit, but there's nothing we can do about that. I mean, I vote according to my taste. I can say that. I can put my hands up and say that I vote according to just what I like. Javiolito gives 10 points to Luxembourg and 12 points to the UK. The entire left side of the scoreboard there getting points. Italy's kind of confirmed their spot in the top half now, but Ireland and Switzerland are still within striking distance. Angela Ruiz is the 67th voter. 8 points go to Spain. 10 points to Portugal at the top, and the 12 goes to Austria. Again, the top 9 getting points there, along with Spain. Not a good year. Lower points here. No movement from those. 8 points to Finland there, still keeping touch with Germany. 10 points to the UK, and the 12 to Portugal at the top. Portugal almost has a 100-point gap down to the UK in 3rd. Luxembourg still kind of close. Kind of close. Kane 78 and a bunch of Zs. Someone did not enjoy the year, I guess. 10 points to Portugal at the top, and the 12 goes to the UK. D_D, 70th voter. Smaller points there. Sweden now moves out of Spain. 8 points to France down there. France closing in on Malta with those. 10 points to Norway. That's huge. And the 12 goes to Luxembourg. I think the weakest 70th year is 1978, so look forward to that. Yeah, but 1978 also has the best song from the 70s, so I'm looking forward to that. Rodmorg from Greece. Have a good time down in Greece, Rodmorg. 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to the UK. Rodmorg again with some interesting points for the bottom few songs there. Monaco and Belgium both getting decent points from Rodmorg. James S., the 72nd voter. Spain and Sweden still very close to each other. Finland now back in the top 5. Well, for 1 second, basically. 10 points to Portugal at the top, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Groot, the year I would have finally given points to the UK, I missed the voting. Yeah, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm hoping, like Andy, not to influence you or anything, but I hope you're going to give them some points in 77, surely. Andy, come on. Chris ST gives 12 points to Luxembourg, now 16 points behind Portugal. Abani B, right, Groot? No, not Abani B. That one's good, but there's like another one, you know, top tier. Right up my alley. Groody Visionaries Anonymous Vatican Chapter. Wonderful. 10 points to Portugal and the 12 to Italy. Yeah, Italy's got that top spot kind of not locked, I wouldn't say, but they start to build a cushion. Proper Charlie Imhaba. That's another wonderful reference here to the Maltese song. 8 points to Austria there, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to Portugal. The entire top 9 getting points there. Switzerland with a 5 as well. Trip from the UK. These are the lower points, indeed. 8 points to Austria. Just realized, like, there's 100 points separating Luxembourg and the UK. Well, there was. And then another 100 separating the UK and Austria. quite fascinating. I'm a gay man and proud of it. Well, good on you, man. I'm happy for you. 8 points to Yugoslavia, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to the UK. Nothing for Portugal there, which means that it closes up a little bit at the top. Frank B from Germany. 20 points between the top two now. If Luxembourg gets a few big points, we're closing up even more. Austria with an 8, 10 points to Germany, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Germany is also quite close to Austria, in all honesty. Like, Germany getting 4th would be a comeback for, well, not for the ages, because we're still so early on, but they were languaging down in like 8th and 9th, and now look at that, look at them. Disco Daz gives 8 points to Sweden, 10 points to the UK, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg, who are now only 2 points behind Portugal. Would you look at that? Fun fact, 1972 is the first year an Aussie participated in ESC. One of the members of the UK was Australian. Really? I'll add that to my book of fun facts. That's good. That's fun. Well, thank you for telling me. I enjoy some curious information like that. Italy with a 12 there from Glus and Mars, which, yeah, I mean, Italy's definitely just on their own there in 9th. Tony Johansson thinks 1972 was meh. You and me both, Tony. Not to be negative or anything, but yeah. 10 points to Yugoslavia here though, and the 12 goes to the UK, closing up a little bit more. I've systematically only seen 1990 to 2023 and sporadically a few between the 50s and 70s in the GRU division, but nothing beats 2002 in terms of general lameness so far. I think 2002 is overhated, honestly. But that's just me, I guess. Grand Weatherwax gives the UK 12 points to close up further. I mean, I'm not saying that 2002 is like good or anything, but it's not the worst year ever in Eurovision. I think it's far from it. Just my 2 cents. Gives 8 points to Netherlands, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Finland. Yeah, Finland's been dropping back a little bit, but they're still very much in the mix there. Jason Lee from the UK, 84th voter. Spain and Sweden still going at it. 8 points to Sweden there. 10 points to Austria. And the 12 goes to Luxembourg, who are now in the lead. Would you look at that? It's still very much active at the top. 1 point between Luxembourg and Portugal. Who are you all rooting for? Let me know. Portugal or Luxembourg? Or maybe someone else. But those are, of course, the two main standouts so far. 10 points to Luxembourg from João 7 Dois, and the 12 to Portugal, who are now back ahead by 1 point. Grit, what do you think is the worst ESC year then? Don't put me on the spot like that. Probably like one of the years in the 70s, surely. Like, I'm not sure. I'll have to get back to that. 8 points to Austria, 10 points to the UK from ESC Fan BG, and the 12 to Switzerland, closing up on Ireland there. I think one of the weakest years, though, has to be 1999. I think that's a really weak year, honestly. There's not a lot going in there. Andrew B, with the smaller points here. Yugoslavia gets 8, 10 points to Luxembourg at the top. And the 12 goes to the Netherlands. Luxembourg putting a bit of a gap at the top there. A lot of Portugal supporters in the chat. Andy's always Portugal. No surprise. Meg Steeler, oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, what's going on? Wow, my camera died. Would you look at that? What a great shot that it ended on as well. You broke the stream, Meg. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Well, there we go. Oh, sorry about that. But you broke the stream. Anyway, Meg's 12 points go to the United Kingdom. Eurofan 98, next voter. These are the lower points. Sweden now back ahead of Spain again. They're still going at it. 8 points to Luxembourg. 10 points to Norway. And the 12 goes to Ireland. It's big points for Ireland. 99 to 2002 weak entries, most of them in lackluster hosts. I don't know much about like the hosts and stuff, but yeah, that whole era, 99 to 2002, I don't have much positive things to say about that era, I guess. 2003, on the other hand, is like among the best, so. 12 points from Polina goes to Luxembourg, who are starting to build a gap there at the top. 27 points now ahead of Portugal. As Bara from America gives only 1 point to Luxembourg, so an opportunity opens up for Portugal, who gets 10, and the 12 goes to Austria. Yeah, 2004 is also up there as one of the worst, because the audio quality, as Anton says, is absolutely horrific, and I think the hosts are kind of awkward as well. 2004 is not a good year, but we have like 4 or 5 songs that are just amazing from that year, so hey ho. Eclectic Learner gives 10 more points for Ireland there, and the 12 to Portugal, who are closing up, and Ireland are also closing up to Italy there. So we got some interesting stuff going on here. Fabio the Milestone, 8 points to Yugoslavia, 10 points to Austria, and the 12 goes to Portugal, who are now back in the lead, 5 points ahead of Luxembourg. Groot, what do you think about 11 out of 27 Groody winners so far being the French language entries? I mean, in real life, how many of them were in French? I think even more, right? There were a lot of French language winners in the early years. Terminal 3, Steve's on time. That's good. That's good. 12 points to the UK. That's really good, Steve. Steve's on time, yeah, because you made the voting in time. Like, that's top tier pun material. I like that. Theo, the as in thing. Yes, indeed. 10 points to Portugal, who are back up in the lead, and the 12 goes to Austria. Macedonian guy is the next voter. Ireland now back on the top half. 8 points to Portugal, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia getting in the mix there again with Finland. Top tier 2016 and 2021. I'm like one of the few people who don't really care about 2021, in all honesty. Vanokaz gives 12 points to Austria there. Portugal with the 10 to maintain the lead for now. But yeah, 2021, I'm not like... When I watched it back, I was like... Especially like the first half of the final, I was like, this is fine, but it's not amazing, right? Maybe it's just me. Ruid here gives 10 points to the UK, 12 points to Portugal, who are back up in the lead there. Some 2011... People don't care about 2011. I think 2011 is better than both 2010 and 2012, I think. I'm strange like that, you know. I'm quirky like that. I'm not like everyone else. Sebastian gives 12 points to Ireland, who are now up into the top half. Ireland's gotten a fair amount of 12s, which does wonders for them into getting the top half. Voice Le Point Quebec, yeah, from Canada. 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Germany, who are back up into 5th there. Finland for momentarily was ahead. 100 voters in now. Voter number 101. Groot, how are we going to do the Groot division when semifinals are introduced? We're doing our entire own thing. We have our own semifinalists and we have our own qualifiers that we're going to watch, that we can vote for, and we'll make our own final. 12 points to Portugal there from Nothing for Luxembourg, which extends the gap at the top. Jimmy's 2001 with the smaller points shown there. 8 points to Netherlands, 10 points to Finland. Finland only 5 points behind Germany again now. And the 12 to Portugal at the top. More points for Portugal. 2021 had many contenders to win. That is a fair point. But like all of the good stuff in 2021 was towards the end, weren't they? I remember like Finland, France, was Switzerland towards the end? Might have been. AJ gives 12 points to Germany there, who still maintain their spot in the top 5, but they're being challenged quite heavily by Finland. Romance Linguist feeling like a true host. Alright then. Didn't really realize, but like France is now in the hundreds. 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Ireland, and the 12 goes to Portugal. Groot not liking 2021 first half when it was El Diablo, Karma, Set Me Free, The Wrong Place, Russian Woman, Shemikas, Love Is On My Side, Loco Loco, Embers, Last Dance, 2 Luniver, 10 years. Yeah, if you exclude 2 Luniver and 10 years as the first half, I basically, well, I like Russian Woman, and I guess Love Is On My Side, but yeah. 12 points from Alexander C goes to the UK. But like, you can't convince me that it's a good opening half with songs like El Diablo and Loco Loco and Embers in there. Like, come on. No, I'm not buying that. You're still muted. Oh yeah. Sorry, I should check that, shouldn't I? 12 more points for Portugal, who are starting to build a gap up there now. Portugal are starting to build a gap, but we'll see if Luxembourg can get back into it. Digitia. Sure. 8 points to Ireland, 10 points to France. A lot of points on the way. That is sketchy, isn't it? This is very sketchy. I'm sure this is the running order, isn't it? Where do I have it? Okay, so Germany 12, France 10, Ireland 8, Spain 7, UK 6, Norway 5, Portugal 4, Switzerland 3, Malta 2, and Finland 1. Piss off. Voter number 107, we're deleting you. And of course, someone else. Russ, mate, you missed the deadline. Don't try and get in here. Voter number 107, what were you called? It was you. Shambles. There we go. Alright, enjoy my clicking. What is your winner of 2021? You put 4 in among the greatest and you didn't mention which is your favorite. Because I can't. Finland, France, possibly Switzerland. What's the other one that I'm forgetting that I put in the top category? I don't remember. My memory is failing me. The one time Spain receives decently high points and it is a troll. You're still muted. You voted. Jar, you haven't voted yet. Here we go. These are the smaller points. Well, Spain got decently high points there as well, Marga, so you can't be too dissatisfied with that, I guess. Have I not bumped up the speed? Maybe I haven't. Sweden getting an 8. 10 points to Portugal. And the 12... Yeah, I haven't bumped up the speed, have I? 12 points to Italy. Oh yeah, Shum, of course. Yeah, Ukraine's good as well. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Finland's the song that I've listened to the most from 2021, honestly. But probably as a performance, I'd have to say France, I think. Anna gives 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to Austria, who are now in the 500s. How many songs will reach 1,000 points, do we think? Austria has got a stretch to get there, haven't they? We're on 109 voters out of 184, so... Vandele. Great. Wonderful. Chef's kiss. 10 points to Germany, and the 12 goes to Italy. Italy's starting to rack up some points now, putting a gap down to Ireland as well. Isabel A. DDMM 1972. Sure. 8 points to Luxembourg, who are now on 800. 10 points to Austria, and the 12 goes to the Netherlands. Javiolito thinks the top 3 will reach 1,000. Steve thinks the same. Luis from Portugal, next voter. Smaller points shown right there. 8 points go to Finland. 10 points go to Ireland. And the 12 goes to Portugal. Portugal now has 60 points ahead of the rest. I think 2021 was everyone sending their best effort after the tragedy that was 2020. Yeah, but Latvia didn't get the memo, did they? YouTube channel Svensk TV has a great quality video of 1. Well, thanks for letting me know. 12 points to Germany there. Svensk TV has great quality of everything. The best channel on YouTube. No debate. Antipodi, an ESC fan from New Zealand, is the 113th voter. Some cute points for Belgium there at the bottom. We'll see if Belgium can catch Monaco, but it's looking unlikely, isn't it? 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Germany, and the 12 goes to Portugal, who are extending the gap at the top. Lily voting and watch from work. Don't tell my blank boss. Maybe I'll be quiet. I promise. I'll keep quiet. 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Luxembourg kind of just slightly crawling back into it. Missy Lissy, the El Imhabeba. This is just El Imhabeba. Just how do you even come up with that? 8 points to Italy anyway, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to the UK. Are we having a 2020 watch along? Of course. We obviously don't have like live performances to go by, but we're still gonna have a contest with semis and everything. Luis Lopez Leandros gives 10 points to Netherlands and the 12 to Luxembourg. Just for your information, you can only use 50 characters for your name. Yeah, that's good to keep in mind for all of you who always puts too many. Upe from Denmark with the first points there. 8 points to Netherlands, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Finland, closing up a little bit towards Germany. El Imhabeba, the best thing I've heard. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, honestly, but it's very, very creative. No clever name gives 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Portugal. Portugal close to 1,000 now soon. And the 12 to Germany to actually just close up on Austria. 9 points between Austria and Germany now. Sammy XX, one cute little point for Belgium there. 8 points to Yugoslavia, 10 points to Portugal, and 12 goes to Luxembourg. Wonder who will win 2012? Maybe Evro Nevro. Like I just know that everyone will vote for Evro. Like Evro Nevro is going to qualify in our version, I'm sure. This very interesting person who can't really be proud about that gives 12 points to Luxembourg to close up on the top there. Next up will be Felipe. We still have 64 voters to go. Germany with a 7 there to go ahead of Austria for the first time in probably like at all. 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Ilte, voter number 122. These are the first point. Austria back ahead of Germany there. 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Finland. Everyone ever should be top 10 in our final. Out of all the songs, can't say I expected that from you, Andy. Cha 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 8 gives 8 points to Malta, who are now in the hundreds. 10 to the UK, and the 12 to Portugal at the top, extending the gap almost like it's almost 100 points now. It's been pulling away quite comfortably. Hayo, the next voter. 8 points to Luxembourg, 10 for Austria, back up in fourth, and 12 goes to the UK. UK is, well, it's not closing in, but you know, it's 79 points up to Luxembourg. Aussie Wiz, the next voter. No movement from those smaller points. 8 points to Germany, back up in fourth there. 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 to the UK. UK's starting to close up, possibly. Mio Bitistrava from America. Smaller points there. Austria back up into fourth. 8 points to Portugal, 10 points to Italy, and the 12 to Luxembourg. Irlanda Dusapov for the win in 2008. Yeah, that's probably qualifying too, isn't it? Alex Max 72 Smaller points shown there. 8 points to Malta. 10 points to Luxembourg. And the 12 goes to UK. Carla, the next voter. These are the smaller points. Germany now ahead of Austria again. 8 points to Spain. 10 points to Finland. And the 12 goes to Portugal, who are now in the thousands. Portugal first song to reach the thousands and still has an 84-point gap at the top. Hur är läget? No, hur är laget? Laget är jättebra. Jättebra. 10 points to Portugal and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Läget är bra för övrigt. Q from Antarctica is the next voter. Got no ambition for high position in competition with air condition. Yeah, that's what Belgium said this year, looks like. Q gives 10 points to Ireland and the 12 goes to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia kind of on their own there in 7th. I gotta say, like, I expected Netherlands to be in the mix here. It is one of the favorites from the year, but not here, that's for sure. Batman and Robin gives 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Italy, who are only 5 points behind Netherlands, actually, and the 12 to Portugal at the top. Next up is XXX from Bhutan. Smaller points shown there. Netherlands and Italy still very close to each other. 8 points to Finland. 10 points to Portugal. And the 12 goes to Ireland, who are now on 400 points. 95 points is the lead for Portugal at the moment. Could this be Portugal's, well, second win? We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Dimitri's definitely not biased. Well, how can you be? Greece aren't... Oh, I got it now. Luxembourg with the 12. Let's see it. There we go. If there's one thing ESC has taught me, it's that we need to become pragmatic. Very true. Very true. Cosmic Summers, 72 is the best year so far. Did we watch the same year? Cosmic Summers, are you okay over there? 10 points to Germany and the 12 to Portugal. Portugal extending the lead, 98 points now. William C. Next voter. We still have 50 voters to go, so we're not there yet. We're not there yet. 8 points to Luxembourg. 10 points to Austria. And the 12 goes to the UK. Now that we talk about 2008, I have to say that I'm proud that our entry Baila Chiki Chiki finished higher than EIA. Did it really? Yikes. Oral Bliss, biased again, sorry. Well, let's see some points for Germany there. 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Germany. 72 was awesome. Well, good thing everyone can't agree on everything. Or everyone can't agree on everything. I'm happy you enjoyed it, Cosmic Summers. Italy and Netherlands have actually... like, Italy's caught Netherlands, wow. Malta gives 10 points to Portugal, and the 12... to Italy, who are now 9 points ahead of Netherlands. Who would have figured that? Italy is up in 8th. Next up, Matt. 1 point for Belgium. Like, Belgium's gotten a few 1 points today, definitely. 10 points to Germany from Matt, and the 12 goes to Italy. Bringer of Bats from Cyprus. The next voter. These are the smaller points. 8 points to Ireland. 10 points to Yugoslavia. And the 12 goes to Portugal. Portugal, what have you all been drinking? Well, water in my case. Not sure about you. Samoan jury, 1972. Luxembourg now very close to 1,000 points. Italy with a 10 here. Italy's putting distance down to the Netherlands as well. Portugal with another 12. Portugal's starting to pull away now. We'll see if anyone can catch them. Salty Wound. That does not sound pleasant. Not in the slightest. 8 points to Spain to move ahead of Sweden there. They're still Spain and Sweden still going at it, you know, just swapping places all the time. 12 points to the UK. UK now 59 points behind Luxembourg. His Holiness the Pope, 43 voters to go. No movement from the first points there. 8 points to the UK. 10 points to Portugal. And the 12 to Italy. Italy's gotten that 8th place now, you know. They're putting distance downwards as well. Ellen from Australia. Good morning, Australia. Gives 8 points to Portugal. 10 points to Luxembourg, who are now in the thousands as well. And the 12 to Germany. I don't think Germany's catching the top 3 though, but it does have that 4th spot. Bella from Italy. Lower points shown there. No movement anywhere. 8 points to Luxembourg. 10 points to the UK. And the 12 goes to Austria. Pope likes giving points to Italy. Didn't the Pope already vote? Really? I haven't reflected on that. No, there's only one Pope. Dilly calling, here are the votes from Timor-Leste. 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Ireland. I love Groot's Spain tier list video because everyone in the comments says Alfred and anemia. I don't get that. I don't understand. But sure. Markey gives 8 points to Spain, 10 points to Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to Italy. Yeah, Italy could catch Yugoslavia at this rate. They're getting a lot of points now. Llewellyn Watts, 147th voter. Smaller points are shown there. 8 points to Ireland, 10 points to Portugal at the top, and the 12 goes to Switzerland. Alright then. Honor, the next voter. Smaller points shown there. UK now very close to 1,000 as well, of course. 8 points to Finland, 10 points to Yugoslavia, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Could Luxembourg still catch up? That would be like that would be a comeback for sure. We still have 45 or 46 voters to go, so it's absolutely not impossible. 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Italy, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg, as Netherlands has now dropped into the bottom half. Quite unexpected. Andy asks, wow, how is that Dutch meme song about both Switzerland and Ireland? I mean, in real life it finished above 14 songs in this year. You can't be surprised, surely. 8 points to Germany from Kevin, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Is Portugal getting 1,500? Nah, 1,500. I don't have that many voters to go. 44 voters to go. 1,500 is quite a stretch, I'd say. Festa da Cispava. Oh, that's a reference to Portugal. Got it now. I'm starting to get tired, I think, because I didn't quite connect it first. Portugal with a 12 there, though. 129 points ahead now, though. Anouk, next voter. Netherlands now back onto the top half. 10 points to the UK, who are now in the thousands, and the 12 to Austria. Mimikat's Festive Contraste is our next voter. Italy is very close to Yugoslavia, look at that. 8 points between them now. 10 points to Ireland there to go back up ahead of Netherlands, and the 12 goes to Switzerland. Where's Zohar? Yeah, I haven't seen Zohar today at all. I mean, everyone can miss a voting session every now and again. It's fine. But it's always the most lovely when everyone I recognize is all gathered here. Mene gives 10 points to Spain there, and the 12 to Italy, who are now actually ahead of Yugoslavia. Italy has overtaken Yugoslavia and is up into 7th. That's quite the comeback, because Italy was very low in the bottom half earlier on. Nuku'alofa calling, Tonga has voted. Nice to have you with us, Tonga. Ireland with a 10 there to go back into the top half, and the 12 goes to Portugal at the top. And the next voter will be J. Telles. These are the smaller, lower points. 8 points to the Netherlands, only 1 point behind Ireland. Still have a battle for getting onto the top half there. 10 more points for Italy. And the 12 to Germany. Still waiting for Groot to miss a session. Oh, you're hilarious, aren't you? Portugal is safe for the win and they deserve it after robbery in 67. I think Portugal is looking very much in the driver's seat, that's for sure. Martin gives 10 more points for Italy there, and the 12 to Portugal. Yeah, Portugal's got this, surely. 150 points almost. Castilla-La Mancha jury from Sacedon today. I probably pronounced that terribly. 8 points to Germany. 10 points to Portugal. And the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Groot, who had the best styling this year, Ireland or Luxembourg? I gotta say, that what was it, like grapes or cherries or something? I've never reflected on it before, but quite iconic, I gotta say. I gotta say Luxembourg on that one. I don't remember what Ireland was wearing, something green probably. 10 points to Luxembourg here from Edmundo's Festa da Vida, and the 12 to Portugal at the top. Imagine Groot putting on the video and then disappearing. I could do that, you know. Easy for me to host. Just putting it on and just leaving, and you all can just watch it. GR gives 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Italy, and the 12 from GR goes to Spain. Spain only 3 points behind Sweden now. They're still so close to each other. Luca from Switzerland. You pronounce that kinda good. Well, you can surprise yourself every day. 8 points to Luxembourg, 10 points to the UK, and the 12 goes to Austria there. Austria distancing itself a little bit from Finland, who are definitely not out of the battle for top 5. Mercedes Mudugnu is the 162nd voter. Of course, I haven't mentioned this, but I'm actually creating a playlist for all of the top 5 finishing songs for our watch-alongs. So a top 5 spot gives you a spot in that playlist. So you know, you might want to aim for the top 5. Italy got the 12 there. Ver, 163rd voter. Lower points are shown there. Sweden and Spain currently tied. 8 points to Italy there. 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Finland. 6 points behind Austria now. Lisa, Monaco, Lisa. Oh, that's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. 8 points to Switzerland, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 from Lisa, Monaco, Lisa goes to Ireland. Yeah, Ireland are doing well. I didn't actually expect that. Q and I, next voter. Spain now moves ahead of Sweden there. 8 points to the UK, 10 points to the Netherlands, and the 12 goes to Luxembourg. Thank goodness Switzerland 69 made the list. I agree with you, Alexander. Like, I've been listening to that song like crazy, honestly. It's like the most catchy thing in the world. It makes me so happy. Dr. Cat begs, steal, or borrows the wind. Well, sure thing. Austria back up into the top 5 with a 12 there. The UK on 1,099 points now. That one bike from 1963 Interval Act. Yeah, that's a bike for the history books, for sure. Maybe more so the guy on the bike. But still, 10 points to the UK there, and the 12 goes to Portugal. Only 50 points between Luxembourg and UK now. Tark from the UK is our next voter. These are the smaller points. Interestingly, top 8 here are my top 8, even if in a different order. That is quite interesting. 12 points here to Finland. 6 points between Austria and Finland now for that spot on the playlist, don't forget. Beba Folie? I'm not sure what that's a reference to, but we've got some more Beba in the chat or in the voting. 10 points to Ireland there. Ireland are closing up on Yugoslavia, you know. And the 12th, Portugal at the top. Don't ask me why, but every time there's a Lisa Mona Lisa joke, I always mentally put Lisa Mona Lisa on the course of Germany in 1969. That is very strange, but now I'm pretty sure that I will start doing the same. It fits too perfectly, doesn't it? Andorra Calling gives 12 more points to Portugal, who are definitely not losing this one out now. I think Portugal will be a winner very, very shortly, as Bobby is the next voter. But yeah, that's interesting. Like, Lisa Mona Lisa, Lisa Mona Lisa. Oh, that works perfectly. I will start doing that the same now. Oh, yikes, you just ruined it, didn't you? 12 more points for Spain there. Spain's starting to build a gap down to Sweden. We'll see if they can maintain that. I have no idea how to pronounce the R with that accent, but sure. R is the 172nd voter. If my math has mathed, Portugal has won. Is it over? It might be. Like, they have such a big lead now. 12 points to Luxembourg there, though, but 185 points behind. And we only have 12 voters to go, plus me, of course. 3 points to Luxembourg there. We still, of course, definitely have a battle going on for second, and we have definitely got a battle for fifth. Look at that. Finland 1 point ahead of Austria, as James Bond gives 12 points to Ireland. Ireland are very close to Yugoslavia. You all really think we haven't had any bias against UK in votes at all here? I mean, it's third place. Come on. It's third. It's not like it's being completely shoved under the rug. 12 points from Let the Water Wash Away Your Sins goes to Portugal, and it's definitely over now. Audit, next voter. These are the smaller points. Finland now back ahead of Austria. Well, they're actually tied. You know, 8 points to the UK, 10 points to Portugal, and the 12 goes to Italy. Yeah, Italy's even like cemented themselves in that 7th place. Quite fascinating. Thomas M, next voter. Smaller points for Finland there. Austria could go back up ahead here. 8 points to Italy. 10 points to the UK. And the 12 goes to Austria, who are now back up ahead. UK only 14 points behind Luxembourg now. That was in reference to all contests, not this one. Sorry if that was confused. I do understand you. The UK are not doing particularly well in regular, but I mean, they do have a few good results. I mean, they won 59, they came second in 61. Portugal with another 12 there from Fringe Scientist. I'm pretty sure that both like Ring-a-Ding Girl and Looking High did really well as well. So I wouldn't go that far, Kevin. I understand, but I wouldn't go that far. Yes from Portugal gives 10 points to Finland, who are now only 3 points behind Austria again, and another 12 for Portugal. Postman Pat, 179th voter. These are the smaller points. 4 for Luxembourg, 5 for the UK. Like, UK could absolutely get second. 8 more points for Portugal there. 10 points to Switzerland. And the 12 goes to Ireland, which means Finland is now only 1 point behind Austria for top 5. Guti from Chile. Smaller points there. Austria gets 2. 8 points to Luxembourg. 10 points to Spain. And the 12 goes to the UK. UK 8 points now behind Luxembourg. Just another penguin. 4 voters to go. Smaller points shown there. Finland gets 2. 8 points to Switzerland. 10 points to Ireland. Ireland could pass Yugoslavia, you know. 12 more points for Portugal. Portugal's already won this by a hefty margin. Jair Simoni, next voter. Smaller points there. Austria gets 6, Finland only gets 2, so Austria puts some gap down there. Big points for the bottom few songs. UK now up into second. But Luxembourg gets the 12 to go back ahead. Oh my. It's still wide open for second. Rudolf Nureyev, only 3 points to Luxembourg there. 2 points to Finland. Switzerland with an 8. 10 points to the UK. That means 1 point separating Luxembourg and the UK. And Portugal with another 12. Final votes now before mine. We'll see where these end up. Audio file. They look like that. Finland moves up ahead of Austria there again. Ireland moves ahead of Yugoslavia. UK is ahead of Luxembourg. Alright then, Switzerland gets a 10 and the 12 goes to Portugal. Which means that the only one who knows how this is going to end is yours truly. Because the televote is the only thing that's remaining. The 1 point in the televote goes to Switzerland. Doesn't do much difference, I know. But we're getting there. I might have some impact here. 2 points for Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia finishes behind Ireland actually at the end there. 3 points for Austria to move ahead of Finland. Austria 5th. 4 points to the Netherlands, finishing in 10th. 5 points for Luxembourg. Do you know what that means? The UK finished 2nd. Who would have figured that, huh? 6 points to Spain here. No movement from that. But yeah, the UK confirmed their 2nd place after being like they were in 2nd place for basically like the last 2 or 3 voters only. But it's the end result that counts. The final 3 sets of votes here. 8 points go to Finland, who will get that 5th place. Sorry for all of you Austria lovers, but this guy liked Finland just a little bit more, and that's actually what made Finland get top 5. The 10 points for Italy here, who aren't actually that far away from Finland and Austria, you know. They could have absolutely been in that battle. And the 12 from, yeah, that one was not enough to pass the winner, Portugal. Portugal gets, obviously, 567 points. No, 12. It was actually closer than I thought it would be to 1,500. I don't remember who predicted 1,500 for it, but you weren't far off. 1,486 points Portugal ended up on. These are the final results of our 1972 watch-along. Belgium finished dead last on 37 points. Only half of the amount of points than Monaco, who finished 17th on 74. 16th place from Malta on 139, and then France was 15th on 208. Norway in 14th, 224 points. Sweden ended up pulling the short straw compared to Spain there. Sweden in 13th, Spain in 12th. Spain, however, 100 points behind Switzerland, who finished 11th on 461. Netherlands then a further 109 points up in 10th on 570 points. Yugoslavia finished 9th, 614, only 4 points behind Ireland in 8th on 618. Then we have Italy in 7th, 731 points, only 20 points behind Austria, who got 6th, and a further 6 points ahead Finland, 757 points, finished in the top 5 there. Germany got 4th, 869 points. They were very much on their own there towards the end, but quite fascinating because they were languishing around in 8th for most of the early parts of this. However, the top 3 was very clear. Luxembourg ended up in 3rd place at the end, 1,239 points. 8 points behind the United Kingdom, who finished 2nd in the end, 1,247. But Portugal landslided this on 1,486 points. No tiebreakers needed anywhere. I was about to say I don't think everyone got a 12. I can confirm that Belgium definitely didn't get a 12. Monaco, of course, did have the lead on the first votes, which is quite interesting. Let's just say it did not maintain that lead. It finished 2nd to last. Don't think Malta got any 12s either. Doesn't look like that. And I don't think Norway or Sweden got any 12s either. Spain did. I remember that. Spain even got like 3... Oh wait, is this 355 points? No, that's Spain. Yeah, Spain got a bunch of 12s, didn't they? But Sweden didn't, Norway didn't, Malta didn't, and Belgium didn't. Everyone else got 12s. Wonderful for them. But yeah, Portugal landslided this towards the end. You can just see here, like at the ending part of the voting, they got points from everyone. Like, I can put up this screen right here. Look at that. Out of all of these voters, 2 blanked Portugal. Wow. So yeah, Portugal is now a 2-time winner, basically. Fitting day for Portugal to win. It's the 7th anniversary of the Portugal's miraculous Euro 2016 win. Is that actually true? 11th of July. Or 10th, depending on where you are. Did not know. But yeah, these were the final results. Hope some of you are happy, some of you won't be. I know for a fact, but can't really argue with these results. I mean, the majority of you obviously wanted Portugal, I guess, because it got so many more points. Like, it wasn't even close at the end there. It ran away with it. But yeah, thank you for joining me for yet another watch along. I'm gonna have to like stop it here because yeah, we've been going at it for like 3.5 hours or something like that, and this seems like a fitting time to end the stream. 1973 is the next year that we're gonna watch. I'm not entirely sure when we will watch that. Possibly tomorrow. Who knows? I hope you will join me for that regardless, and I hope you will have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna be leaving you with some A Festa da Vida just before I have to check if it's actually on Spotify. It was of course a bit anticlimactic. Of course it's... Wait, what's his name? Carlos Mendes. That's... is... No, wait, what's the name of the guy who sang this song? What's the name of him? Give me a second. Yeah, his name is Carlos Mendes. Okay, wonderful. It looks like it's actually on Spotify, but like why I was confused was because it said that it was released in 2018. But yeah, we're gonna listen to A Festa da Vida here, and I will be leaving you with that song. Of course, it was kind of anticlimactic, I was about to say, in 1970 when Marie Blanche, our winner, wasn't on Spotify. Hey ho, how things can happen. Anyway, thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the 1973 watch along as well. If you're interested, do remember there is a Sporkle quiz dropping tomorrow morning. So if you want to watch that, keep an eye out on the channel. Anyway, see you soon, take care of yourselves, and thank you for a wonderful evening. Bye bye.